What is the best beach town in New Jersey? We do have the answer to that question from Asbury Park Press readers, and here to talk more about that is Kelly Jane Cotter, who is a reporter at the Asbury Park Press and did the story and got the results of the poll. I will make an objection very early on that my preference is South Jersey communities and South Jersey beach towns, specifically for me, Ocean City. And I know this is Asbury Park Press readers, so there was an incredible bias.
There was.
To Northern Jersey
and
towns.
I believe that was intentional, Larry, because the Central Jersey beaches, as we like to think of them, are sick and tired of Wildwood and Ocean City stealing our thunder. So we ran this poll to give local people a chance to speak up and say, you know, what are the good beaches around here? And still one of your beaches made it on the list, so you shouldn't be too outraged.
Right, I saw that one made it. Let's get right to your list then, and we can talk about the South Jersey beaches in a second. But the top beach, you're saying it's Central Jersey, the top beach in Central Jersey would be?
Island Beach State Park was the one that our readers chose as their favorite. And this was, you know, a very subjective poll, but people did give criteria about why they chose what they chose. And people said they loved Island Beach for a number of reasons: the lack of a boardwalk, the lack of anything but beachiness and natural beauty, and the ability to go fishing and hiking, and probably the fee was a little bit more reasonable, because in Island Beach, it's a state park, you pay by the car and not by the person. And that was the overwhelming choice for number one.
Yeah, the beach fees up and down the Jersey Shore,
yeah,
just ridiculous.
Sick,
it's hard to find a beach that doesn't have them. Who was number two?
Number two was Seabright. Kind of a little dark horse there, but people are really passionate about Seabright. Seabright is the tiny little sliver, pummeled by Sandy, but loved by readers. Seabright has a number of private beach clubs, but it does have municipal beaches and many public access points to their beaches, and they're lovely. And you get beautiful views of Sandy Hook on certain days, beautiful views of the city. So it's a fun place to be, and it's a place where it's a town. It's not a tourist destination so much as a place that people love, and people love the downtown, and people love to just be in Seabright. And
why don't we just go right down, and you don't have to look down there. You can put your cheat sheet up here.
Cheat sheet's here. Well, I've almost memorized it, but Asbury Park came in number 3. No surprise there.
That's nice. That's great.
Yeah, Asbury Park is just rocking, and you know, people love it. It's different from any other beach town in New Jersey, in the sense that it's very hipster-oriented, for lack of a better term. It's not. There's no rides. There's no like cheesy little, you know, boardwalk games and everything. It's all really cool, gourmet food and cool music, and it's a place where singles go. And
Asbury Park, by the way, has that reputation of being a town that you pull for.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I pull for Asbury Park.
Oh, definitely.
And I think Atlantic City has the same thing down in the south. You pull for those cities to make a comeback. So it was great to see it.
Atlantic City could be the new Asbury Park eventually, because they're very similar. You know, cities that have a deep infrastructure, a deep tradition, and a big history, but have been on the ropes for a long time. And Asbury Park has really come back, the downtown as well as the waterfront.
So you have a top 7. Let's run through the other 4.
Okay, Asbury Park. The next one was Point Pleasant Beach. Total opposite from Island Beach State Park. It has the boardwalk, it has all the rides, but it's very family-oriented and very cute. Everybody loves that. Avon by the Sea, dark horse candidate for best beach, coming in at number 5. Because it's so small,
right?
Totally small. Nothing going on there. No real, you know, traditional boardwalk. Not a lot of things. But maybe that's because of that. People loved it because it's quiet. Beaches are beautiful. Water is gorgeous. You know, what's not to like? And I should say, like, we have 7 here, but how can you can't put down any beach on the Jersey Shore. They're all gorgeous. They all have their thing.
Right,
so
right.
To each his own. Cape May. All right. So Cape May.
Cape May is wonderful.
It really is beautiful.
I mean, Cape May has so much history to it.
Yes.
It has those old Victorian houses.
Right.
Some of the hotels, like Congress Hall, date back to before the Civil War. So it is. I can understand why that made your list. And a lot of people come down to Cape May. I'm always surprised, from New York and from North and Central Jersey and even from other states.
Right. I do think Cape May as a bed and breakfast weekend kind of thing, not as a day tripping beach thing.
That's and I think we're leaving off one.
We're leaving off Sandy Hook. Sandy Hook was number 7, and again, similar to Island Beach State Park, it's a state park. I think it's actually a national park, national recreation area, and you come in by the carload. It's right up by the city. You have gorgeous views of the skyline. So much history there. You can tour Fort Hancock. You can tour Sandy Hook Lighthouse, and the beaches are great. So.
Well, I'm glad that Central Jersey beaches got their say.
We need our voice,
because
we're here to provide it.
Whenever you see a state poll or you see a national poll, it's usually all the South Jersey.
Right, it's always Wildwood, it's always Ocean City, but there's so much more to the Jersey Shore.
Because there is such a a passionate and emotional connection to your shore towns.
That's
That's why
right.
it was a great idea, and it
right,
seems like
yeah.
it's the same here. That's why Avon is on there.
That's
I would
right.
think, because people have a passionate and emotional connection because it's their childhood.
That's right.
It's their memories from when they were a kid.
Yeah, there are some that were left off the list that I was surprised at. The fact that there's no Long Beach Island towns on the list kind of surprised me, because that is one of those places that people feel this very emotional connection to and a strong pull. And it starts in childhood and continues on. I would have put Barnegat Light way high on the list for that. That's my favorite LBI town, but I love Beach Haven too.
Thank you so much for coming in and talking
You're
about it. I really
welcome.
appreciate
Thank you,
meeting
Larry.
you. Kelly Jane Cotter, reporter at the Asbury Park Press, with the top beaches, at least in Central Jersey. When we come back, Dawn says knowing your EQ can help your business and your relationship. She explains when Another Thing continues.